Hey guys, it's Cherie Taylor here. Welcome to Monday all day long. Have you guys had a Monday? Give me a thumbs up, a like, even that little care thing. If you can hear me, hey, Cherie Taylor now going live. It has been Monday all day long. I got in here and my new software, it was having technical glitches. It may still be having technical glitches for all I know. I hope you're having a great day. Definitely a case of the Mondays. This is going to be a short AMA. I hope you're doing well. Let me know what you did over the weekend. I saw my friend Rob was on earlier. Rob, you live in Georgia. Did you get out and explore Georgia again now that you guys have some things lifted? We have some things lifted here in South Carolina too, just in time for Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you for all you Star Wars people out there. I almost said Trekkies just to make you mad. That would have been awesome. Anyway, one thing we're going to talk about is haircuts. As you can tell, I usually do not rock my curls unless I need a haircut, unless I haven't had time to do anything with it. And I'm just not happy with my hair right now. So it's just all over the place. So that's what's going on with my curls. What's going on with you? I'm going to talk about people Googling how to cut a mullet. Also, have you know, Americans have decided the quarantine's over. Not officially the government deciding it's over, but most Americans are like, I am so done with this. The American people have basically decided the quarantine is over, whether it's really time for that or not. Apple's data shows traffic in the U.S. has doubled in the past 3 weeks. I'm guilty of that. Meanwhile, the U.S. had its deadliest day yet on May 1st with 2,900 deaths from the virus. So there's some major coronavirus developments that are making headlines right now. Of course, as we talked about the death and the reality of what this virus can do to some people in our population. Also, it could be 2 years until we could safely leave our houses, and we're really setting ourselves up for a second wave, but we're not gonna, we won't know anything until all of this starts happening. So a lot of people are getting itchy. It's kind of like senioritis. It is gorgeous outside. You're telling us to stay inside, and I'm one of those kids that never listens so well. So if you are one of those people that got out and explored a little bit, South Carolina loosened some of their restrictions. Georgia, it was free for all. I saw a lot of my friends on the lake, because if you go to Lake Hartwell, it's between South Carolina and Georgia. So a lot of people on the lake, a lot of people enjoying chips at a restaurant. And Georgia restaurants, are they open? Just let me know, Della. I don't want to confirm that before I say anything. Hey, how you doing, Corey? Hope you are doing well. I saw your comment the other day that you popped in about blueberry pancakes, not pancakes, but pound cake. So yeah, so I'm curious about that. I might actually try that cooked fruit in a food. But anyway, we're talking about quarantine. Corey, did you get out and do anything? I know you got little kids at home and you were just recovering from being sick. Did you get out and do anything or celebrate this weekend? Just a little freedom and that 86-degree temperature we had yesterday, having more beautiful weather today. Thunderstorms tomorrow. We're not going to worry about that. Monday, we've got 85-degree temperatures. So you guys getting out and doing something. And what also do you think about the new care emoji that they put on Facebook? Do you like that? And I have a lot of people chiming in going, oh, that's just people saying bless your heart. So we've been doing that here in the South forever. So a lot of people are saying in their minds, they are so over the quarantine. So over it. They get out and explore. And admittedly, I did too. I got out with my kids. We drove around. They went to the state parks the other day, but stayed away from people. They went with my parents on Friday while I was working. I got out of the house with them yesterday. We drove up and saw friends of ours that live in Fort Mill. And yes, we actually kind of went into Charlotte, but we had masks on. So I've got proof of that here. You want to see? Got mask on. See? We were all good. See, there we are. Totally covered up, and you really can't tell it's us until Austin decides he wants to open up his face to the rest of the world and kind of peek out and show people. But Bennett, as you can see here, he did have his mask on, but it popped, so we had to do some quick work on it to get it to work. So we made like a little tiny loop here, so he was kind of hanging down, and I was constantly adjusting him. So yeah, we look like a bunch of I guess Jesse James and his brothers. So yeah, Ma Kettle and the boys just call me that. So yeah, we were out exploring, but we stayed away from people and our friends. You can see them. I told her I was going to use this here so you can see them. Actually, it's not even going to transition and let me show it. So there it is. So you can see them. They were at a fair distance from us, and we were probably about 10 feet apart. They were on their bench. We were on our bench. We were all good. And of course, Austin being that close to me, how are you guys handling that? Are you still hugging your kids, that kind of thing? Because I am. I'm hugging my kids because I'm around them all the time, and I try to stay safe and I try to stay clean. And that's another thing. People are now questioning the cleanliness of their friends and relatives. And I've been doing that for years. I'm not a germaphobe, but I have a problem. If you know me, if someone starts clearing the throat around me or sneezing around me, I start gagging. That's just my thing. I hate public tables. I hate those community tables. I've been saying that for years. I hate buffets. I'm really never going to have to sponsor a buffet or do an endorsement for them because they're not going to like me after saying that. But I have a major problem with other people that are not paid to touch my food, touching my food. So that's why I don't like buffets. So that's just my thing. Where do you guys sit on this? Are you questioning the cleanliness of others? Are you saying, hey, did they wash their hands? Did they do this? Did they do that? So my friend Jenna that I saw up in Fort Mill, she's usually on the AMA. She had some errands today. But are you guys like more paranoid? Because she went into, I think she said it was either a grocery store or a gas station. It was one of the bigger known gas stations that have a lot of stalls and big bathrooms. She said she basically opened the door with her arm, used hand sanitizer on a napkin before she walked into the stall, didn't try to touch anything in the stall, and still like scrubbed up when she came out. And she saw people not doing that. And I've actually been on car trips where I've seen people not do that, walk out of the stalls and not wash their hands. Or they walk out of the stalls, don't wash their hands, but they go use the hand sanitizer. So they're taking the germs from the stall and sticking it on the thing of the hand sanitizer. I question all this in my mind. I am an overthinker. So what are you guys thinking? What are you guys doing when it comes to this? Are you overthinking people's cleanliness, or you're thinking I'm never going to a social eating function where other people bring food again? Because some people are getting a little paranoid about that. Other people are a little paranoid about other people being in their space. Yeah, we're all getting a little cagey. We don't like being around other people so much. And, we want to be around other people, but we also don't want people in our space because we feel confined to our homes. I can even get that. I get annoyed when my cats and the dog walk in my room at the same time because it's my personal space and it's like my breathing room. And then everybody wants to be in the room. So how are you guys handling all that? There was a guy in Texas that was arrested for shoving a park ranger into the lake after the ranger came by to try to enforce social distancing regulations. So he was breaking the law there, but the cop or the park ranger came up and told him, you need to do this and you need to do that. But was he 6 feet away from him or was he too close to him? So were they both guilty of that? That's what I want to know. I didn't have the full story there. And 60% of Americans say they aren't sure they'll ever be totally comfortable going out in public again. Like I said, 58% say they are being more suspicious about their friends and family's hygiene habits. I've been that way for years. I hated when all these places started making community tables. The idea of sitting at a table with people that you don't know kind of freaks me out. The idea of buffets freak me out. So see, everybody else, they're just starting to think like me. I'm just one of those people. I'm not doing that in a mean way. It's just my personal thing. Okay, so people are a little freaked out. They're kind of thinking, oh, quarantine, I'm over it. Even if the government doesn't fully say it's done, I'm done. So you kind of checked out. We called that senioritis in high school. When you were done with school, you called it senioritis. And I think a lot of people have senioritis when it comes to quarantine right now. Also, one new thing we have to worry about, we're stepping out from quarantine and then nature's like, not so fast. You thought quarantine was over? Not so fast. We got something else for you. It's called murder hornets. They've arrived in the U.S. And by the way, it's not a badly produced movie. It is actually the truth. Insects called I can't even say it without laughing. Murder hornets have made their way to the U.S. for the first time ever. The murder hornets kill up to 50 people a year in Japan, and they're also a huge predator to honeybees, which help the earth. Experts in Washington State and British Columbia, Canada, are now trying to trap the ones that have been spotted. So they have been spotted. A lot of people are saying they've seen them, and this is dangerous because they usually don't attack humans, but when they do, oh boy, they can even go through a beekeeper's suit. So apparently it's very painful. They're up to 2 inches long, and they can be quite something. When you see them, they're over 2 inches long, and they look like something out of a cartoon. So they're very creepy looking. I wouldn't want to deal with them. 4 sightings have happened in Washington State and British Columbia. There's no word on how the hornets got here, but you might want to see the above comments on people deciding quarantine's over. The bees have decided their quarantine is over too, because they usually are in Japan, but somehow they got here. And now experts are working on a way to try to trap them and keep them from spreading. So good luck keeping those murder hornets in quarantine. You can't even keep the American people in quarantine. So just saying, you might want to look out for that. Also, new search. We talked about hair. Whoop, my hair's kind of crazy. Got my curls rocking, and they're all over the place. Maybe it's the influence of Tiger King, which I still have not watched. I am so proud to say I do have a subscription to Netflix. Watched every other thing on Netflix, every other suggestion. Refused to watch Tiger King. I'm proud to say I'm one of the holdouts here. No Tiger King for me. But I'm not sure if it's the Tiger King influence or another sign of people going mildly crazy during the quarantine, or both. When I spoke to Simon Rogers on Friday from our Google Trends experts, he actually said that his daughter was allowed to give him a haircut. He said it's more like a jailhouse haircut. It was like, look great on the front. You turned in the back, and it was all like messed up. I will tell you something funny yesterday. My roots are starting to show. I do have the stuff I need to touch up my roots. Haven't got a chance to. That's why I'm wearing my curls. You can't tell it that much. But however, I did wear my hair pulled back in little pigtails and had a little split down the side. So I sprayed my little spray that made my roots a little bit darker on the front of my hair. As we're leaving the house, my youngest son, Bennett, looks at me and goes, "Oh, Mom, by the way, you might want to spray the back of your hair too. I see some white in it." Kids are so honest. They're so honest. So I decided I'm going to start giving my boys haircuts. So anybody have any suggestions? I have some friends that are hairdressers. So you want to come over and, I don't know, cut them in the driveway, do some haircuts in the driveway. Are we allowed to do that? So because my kids are very shaggy. Like if you saw those pictures, let's just go back to those pictures here. That hair of theirs, that is awful. It is awful. Bennett's I tried to trim up yesterday. Austin's is so shaggy. He's afraid to let me touch it. So anybody have any tips on how to cut your own kids' hair? And no, they don't have mullets. Their hair like grows faster in the front. It's just shaggy in the back. But it's like they look like the Beatles, like toward the end of the Beatles, like right before they sang "Let It Be." You know, Paul's on the piano. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Right there, that hair, that is my kids right there. It is so shaggy. They are getting really bad, and they need a haircut, or either I'm going to find a Marine to like buzz their hair off. It's bad. So any tips or whatever, because people are Googling how to cut a mullet, because a lot of people, they have the hair growing faster in the back. Not my kids, it grows faster in the front. It's like a reverse mullet. It's kind of crazy. Apparently Google searches for how to cut a mullet have gone up 124% since we all started staying home. So anybody have any advice on how to cut a mullet or how to cut curls without looking like you have a big old triangle on your head or looking like Eunice from Mama's Family? So let us know. Hit us up here. Even if you are watching after the fact, we love those comments too. I'm still here every day, 11:15. We got started a little late today. It's definitely a Monday. I've got a few other interviews I've got to do today too, but I do want to hear from you. So let us know. Go ahead and give us a comment. Of course, like it, share it, and join us each weekday for Ask Me Anything right here on our Facebook page. And of course, stay connected together with Magic with the radio.com app. It's absolutely free at the Apple Store and Google Play. You can stay up to date with all the music that we're playing. You can even hear something and go, "Hey, I like that. What was that song?" You can save that as one of your favorites. Save Magic as one of your favorites. And of course, it also connects you to our website, which is magic989.com. And oh yeah, the radio dial. You guys remember what those are, right? Radio is still free. We are still there for you at 98.9. Have a good day. God bless. Bye.